Don't worry, it's only the internet. Don't panic. It is just a few moments of time with another one of those very strange people that like to broadcast themselves on the internet from time to time. Here we go then. Oh my goodness, we are back together. Yes, it is another day. And it's time once again to have a little bit of English Addict. This is just a quick fix, but I hope you will still enjoy it. Coming to you live from the birthplace of the English language, which just happens to be, oh my goodness, I don't believe it. It's England. All over the world, wherever you are, dance in the street, anything you like. Do it in your car, in the middle of the night. Here we go again. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you feeling super duper? I hope you are feeling good today. And how has your week been so far? Has it been a good week? Has it been a nice week? It only seems like yesterday since we were together. And it was. That's why. Because I'm with you every single day. My name is Duncan. I talk about the English language. I use English in my day-to-day life. A lot of people ask, Mr. Duncan, is that how you speak normally? When you are walking around amongst the human race, when you are walking about in your daily life, is that how you normally speak? Well, yes, this is how I sound normally. When I'm walking down the road, I might see my neighbours and I will say, good morning, neighbour. Good day, neighbour. Hello, neighbour. Thank you, neighbour, for allowing your dog to wake me up at 7 o'clock this morning. Hello. That's exactly how I speak in my day-to-day life. It's very nice to see you here. I am here with you almost every day. Not quite every day. I do have one day off during the week. So in this particular month, October, why though? Why October? Well, I will tell you, because I started my YouTube channel in October, to be precise, October the 31st, 2006. And this year I am celebrating my 15th year. That is why there is a number 15 on the front of my head. So during this month, I will be with you every day almost, not quite, celebrating 15 years on YouTube during October from Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. UK time. And of course, I am with you with my usual live stream on Sunday as well. I really feel as if I've been talking too much over the past few days because my voice is starting to become a little croaky. I like that expression. If your voice sounds croaky, it means that as you speak, your voice is breaking. So as you can hear, maybe sometimes you might notice my voice breaking because it is a little bit croaky. Oh, I can't forget, we now have live captions as well. I'm not kidding. We now have live captions. So as I speak to you, almost, you will also have live captions as well at the bottom of the screen. It's incredible. Thank you very much, YouTube, for bringing them back again. I have a croaky voice. Yes, we have made it to the second working day of the week. It's Tuesday. Boom, 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 boom. Tuesday, everyone. How has your week been so far? Has it been good? Or has it been a load of rubbish? I don't know, because I'm not there. I hope you are feeling good today, wherever you are in the world. And yes, I am with you every weekday, Monday to Friday, and also on Sunday. But Saturday, I will be taking a rest. It's almost like my Sabbath, you see. So I'm resting. I'm putting my feet up on Saturday, hopefully. Unless Mr. Steve has any chores for me to do, then in that case, no, I won't be. Hello to the live chat. Yes, we have the live chat back again. Oh, nice to see you here as well. I wonder who was first on today's live chat. Oh, very interesting indeed. I am intrigued to find out how this particular person is doing what they are doing. How do they have such a fast finger? I really don't know how. But congratulations once again, Vitas. Guess what? Once more, you are first on today's live chat. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I don't know how you do it. We also have Marwa, Mohammed, and also Beatrice. Hello, Beatrice, to you. Nice to see you back. I hope you are feeling better today as well. Alexander. We also have, Luis Mendez is here again. Nice to see you, Luis. I suppose the big question today is, will my voice survive? Will I be able to speak for the next 20 minutes? I don't know. Hello also to Paolo. Also we have Lada. Hello, or Iliada. I hope I pronounced your name right. Also we have Christina. Hello, Christina V. Very nice to see you back as well. Willian. Hello, Willian. Nice to see you here. It seems like a while since I saw you on the live chat. Or is it just my imagination running away? Hello, Claudia. Nice to see you back as well. I have a feeling, Claudia, you might be at work at the moment. Are you? Are you at work? What are you doing today? Do you have any patients coming in? What kind of treatment are you giving them? I am having the most amazing time with my new toothbrush. I am really enjoying having clean, sparkly teeth again. Hello, Hailey Kwong, or Hailey Duan. Sorry, Hai Long Duan. Hello to you. Nice to see you back. Watching in Vietnam. Serena. Also we have Amal. Hello, Amal Adam. Nice to see you joining today as well. Sandra Gonzalez is here again. Also, we have Mosen. Hello, Mosen. Thank you for joining me on my special quick fix. Just short live streams during the week. Today we are talking about formal and informal English. But of course, there are many ways of expressing and talking about what is seen as formal and what is viewed as informal. So quite often there are certain rules, maybe certain things that happen, maybe a person's behaviour or perhaps the way they look. So there are certain things or certain standards that might be expected when we are talking about the differences between informal and formal. We will be looking at that a little bit later on. Hello also to Alessandra De Filo. Nice to see you back as well. Oim oim. Oh, by the way, can I say thank you to you for your photograph that you sent the other day? Thank you very much. You were having a cup of coffee in Toulouse. I've never been to Toulouse. It's not easy to say. I have never been to Toulouse. Hello also Inaki Juan Bello. Hello Juan Bello. Thank you very much, Mr. Duncan, for this quick fix. Yes, a short live stream. But of course on Sunday, don't forget, I will be with you from 2 p.m. UK time as well on Sunday with my usual long live stream. For those who like their live streams long. Mr. Duncan, I hope you will not lose your voice. Thank you. Can you do your daily live streams forever? Not just in October. Saban. Hello, Saban. Thank you very much for your message. I'm not sure if I could do this every day, forever, because I don't think I would have any voice left, to be honest. Eva Mez says, my voice is croaky too, and I am a teacher. Yes, I think if you are in a profession where you use your voice a lot, you might find that there are times when your voice becomes croaky. Like today, my voice sounds a little croaky. And I think it does happen if you use your voice a lot. Maybe you work on the radio. Maybe you are a radio presenter. I used to do that years ago. I used to be on the radio many years ago. Did you know that? Well, now you do. Hello, good morning, Mr. Duncan. Greetings from Argentina. Hello, Fernando. Nice to see you back as well. Very nice to see many familiar faces are here again. Hello also to Amar Dow in Senegal. Hello to Senegal. Nice to see you here as well. We have people watching from all around the world. I don't like to leave anyone out. Don't forget, everyone is welcome to my live chat. We also have Monicia. Hello, Monicia. Nice to see you back also. Just joined the live chat. Nice to see you here. Eduardo in Colombia and Vlaxido. Hello, Vlaxido. Thank you for watching as well. So yesterday we were talking about one or two subjects. Each day I will bring a subject into the live chat. Today we are talking about what might be seen as formal and what might be seen as informal. So there are some differences between those things. However, in this crazy modern age, it would appear that in some situations, the line has become blurred between what is acceptable as informal and what might be seen as formal. So those two things have almost been merged in certain situations. We will talk about that in a few moments' time. Zudzika, nice to see you here, are all aboard the live stream train. Destination Great English. Hello also Beatrice. And also we have Maralba. I hope I pronounced that right. Or is it Mary Alba? I think it might be Mary Alba. Hello to you as well on the live chat. So, formal, informal. There are quite a few differences. There are ways of expressing what is formal and what is seen as informal. By the way, if you look closely here, you will see there is an anagram right above my microphone. During this live stream, if you would like to try and work out what this anagram actually is, please do so. You are more than welcome to do so. And I will give you the answer to this anagram later on. So back to our main topic today. We are looking at things that are seen as formal and informal. If we wanted to actually express the differences, the word formal relates to the standard expected in a certain situation. For example, maybe my voice should not be so croaky. If I want to be understood, maybe my voice should not be so croaky. Maybe it should be more formal. Never turn up to work or to a job interview with a cold or looking scruffy and untidy. So the word formal relates to the standard expected in a certain situation. We often think of formal things as being polite, having good manners, for example. So the word formal relates to the standard expected in a certain situation. Formal normally relates to the best way or the highest standard of behaviour. We often think of formal things as being of a high standard. And when I say high standard, I mean something that is generally accepted as being appropriate for a certain moment of time. Also, we often relate formality to the way we appear or the way in which we behave. So it isn't just about the words you say or the way you behave generally, but also it can be your appearance. And there are situations where your appearance is incredibly important, the way you look. And I'm sure you can think of many situations where the way you look is very important. Clothes worn for a special occasion or when a good impression needs to be made. So there are situations where you might have to appear a certain way. We often describe certain situations as being formal. And there are many instances of that happening. For example, formal clothes worn for a dinner party, a business meeting, or a job interview. So there are situations where your appearance will be expected to be a certain way. In certain situations where you must be formal, and a dinner party, perhaps, a business meeting or a job interview will all be situations or occasions where you will be expected to dress formally. You will be expected to look your best in those situations. Next one. The behaviour expected of someone when meeting an important person or a dignitary Oh, I like that word, by the way. Dignitary. What is a dignitary? A person who is important. Perhaps you are meeting the Prime Minister or some important people from a company, maybe the boss, maybe the owner, or maybe you are meeting the Queen of England at a garden party. So the behaviour expected of someone when meeting an important person or a person who has high authority, maybe the boss of your company, you will need to be formal. The words used in writing or spoken in social situations can also be formal or informal. So this is the thing that I want to focus on today. The words used normally in writing or spoken in social situations can also be formal or informal. And I'm sure you've heard people talk about this, talk about formal English, formal words, and then we have informal English and informal words. So generally speaking, we often see informal as everyday, things you do every day when you are speaking normally, when you are writing maybe a text message to your friend. You don't need to be formal. You can use slang. You can use abbreviations in your messages. So it is possible. Next one. All of these things relate to how you might appear to others in that moment. And I suppose from that situation we are talking about first impressions. The first impressions that you make when you meet someone for the first time. So you might be in a situation where you are meeting someone important, maybe for the first time. And quite often you will have to be formal in your appearance and also the way you speak. We will often try to make a good impression on someone when personal gain is at stake. And I suppose the one that I always think of, if I ever think of formal dress and formal speech, I always think of job interviews, going for a job interview. Possibly the hardest thing anyone will ever have to do in their life. Trust me, it is. If you've never been for a job interview, maybe you are a young person and you have not yet had your first job interview, it can be very stressful. It can be something that you have to put a lot of preparation into. And you will often be expected to appear formal. The words used during a conversation or in a letter can decide the difference between success and failure. It's true. So maybe you go to a job interview and perhaps you don't clean your shoes, or maybe you don't wear a tie, or perhaps you don't shave. So formality is often expected in certain situations. In general English, it is possible to learn what is classed as formal and informal usage. So these are not strict rules. I will be honest with you. So these rules are not strict. However, they do serve as a very useful guide when you are introducing yourself to someone for the first time. I suppose I could give you some very simple examples. Basic usage of formal words include hello. It's such a simple word. Good morning. Good afternoon. So these are formal ways of introducing yourself. And I suppose we could have other other ways of introducing yourself. You could say, hi there. Never introduce yourself to anyone at a job interview with, hi there, hi, hey, nice to meet you. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Keep it formal. And I suppose we can also look at some variations and some uses of formal and informal words, which I'm going to put on the screen right now. Oh, it looks as if I have put a little bit of preparation into today's quick fix. So we have some informal words, and then next to them we have formal words. So maybe in certain situations, perhaps you will use those words. And the first two words that we have at the top of the list, we have maybe, which can be used informally, and then we have perhaps as formal use. Then we have good, something that is good. Something good can also be described as positive. Something that is positive is good. You are sure of something. You are also describing how something appears. It appears good. It is something that is a good thing. It is positive. A childish person would be immature if you wanted to use the formal word. Then we have free. You can free something, or you can release something. So again, these are not strict rules, but as a guide, this list can be very useful. Buy. You buy something from the shops. If we want to use a formal word, you could say purchase. You purchase something from the shop. Give. You give something away. You give something to another person. You provide something. So something you are offering, something you are giving, you provide. Ask. You want to ask a question. You want to ask someone for directions. You might inquire. Inquire. So, formally, therefore. It does seem like a very long way of saying so. Therefore. So. Those two words can be used as, well, basically the same words, but the second one is more formal. Start. To begin something. You might say, when does the party start? When is the interview? When does it start? When does it commence? Commence is a more formal way of saying start. Check. To check something, to make sure something is real or true, you will verify something. Check something, verify. You verify the accuracy of something. You verify how real or true something is. You check. Quite often used informally. But in the formal sense, you will say verify. Verify. Get by. If you get by, it means you survive. How do you survive on YouTube? I get by. I survive. So to get by is to survive. You are able to continue, quite often to continue living in a certain way. You get by. To say something, if you say something, quite often we will use the word express. So maybe you are showing how you feel through speech. You are saying something. To say something, to express something, which is much more formal. So I like that. I like that type of speech. So even though there are differences between those words, those particular differences are not fixed. However, if you are in a situation where there is a certain amount of formality, it will be expected of you to have some formal way of speaking, appearing, your manners, your behaviour, all of those things are expected. Hello, Rania. Hello, Rania. When I am listening to the news, I can't understand what they are saying. I need help. Well, you have come to the right place, because not only me, but also everyone else on the live chat, we are all here together sharing our love of English and the English language. Hello also to Fernando says, I am living in this bloody world and I still get by. Yes. Sometimes it's not easy to get by or survive, depending on your circumstances. I know the feeling. Samir. Hello, Samir. Hello, sir. You teach very well. Thank you very much. I try to do it as clearly as I can. Armadou. Hello, Armadou. I like this. I'm very pleased to hear that you do like it. And if you do like it, by the way, can you please give me a nice thumb as well? Can you like my live stream? That would be very nice. I would appreciate that quite a lot. Here we have some more words. We have a list of informal words used in general conversation, and then next to it we have formal words. Words that are often used in situations where you might want to give a good impression of yourself. So to ask for something, you might enquire. To buy something, you purchase. I want to purchase some new shoes. I want to purchase a new hat. Purchase. Buy. You want to spend some money on something new. You purchase that thing. Climb. To climb up. To go up is ascend. If you ascend, it means you go up. The opposite, of course, is come down, which is descend. You go up, ascend. Descend, come down. To check something is to verify, and I think I mentioned that earlier. Get. We can also say receive or obtain. And I'm sure you know that get is one of the words in the English language that has many, many uses. But in its general term, get means receive or obtain. So the formal way of expressing get is receive or obtain. You might go somewhere, you leave or depart. Again, formal. These particular words, the formal words, come in very useful when you are writing as well. So we are not just talking about speech, we're also talking about writing as well. Maybe you are writing a letter to a company asking about job vacancies. You are making an inquiry. To help someone is to assist. You help them, you assist that person. You give them help. To keep something is to retain. You retain something. You keep something for yourself. You retain. Where you live. We all live somewhere, but quite often we can also say reside. Reside is the formal way of saying where you live. You reside in Much Wenlock, like me. You can see or observe. To see, observe. So quite often we can use observe as the formal. To show something to other people. You are showing things to other people. We might demonstrate something. You might see a person on television demonstrating a device. They are showing you how to use it properly. And we can have stop, stop, cease. You must stop doing that. You must cease doing that. So to stop is to cease. Start, commence, tell. If you tell someone something, you give them information, you inform that person as the formal word. Try. You try to do something. Every day I will come here and I will try to do my live streams every day. I will endeavour. Endeavour. That's a great word, by the way. Endeavour. You try to do something. You are trying to succeed. You are trying to do something or get something done. You endeavour to do it. Use something. If you use something, you utilise or consume something. So it depends in that situation how you are using it. So to utilise something is to use it. If you consume something, it normally means that you are using something up, like petrol in your car or food from a shop. You consume that thing. And finally, we have want. The things you want, the things you desire or wish for. So you wish for something, you desire something, or you want it. So there are some brief examples of informal and formal uses and how words can change as well, not by their meaning, but by the impression that they make on another person. However, these days, here's an interesting point before I go. Informal speech and writing is becoming more popular in certain areas. It would be true to say that these days, as I mentioned earlier, the line between informal and formal speech is starting to cross over. Quite often, and this is something that I've experienced myself, receiving messages from people who are interested in doing business with me. In the olden days, you would say, "Dear Mr. Duncan." But nowadays, a lot of people will start their introductions with "Hi, Dunk," or "Hi, Duncan. How's things going? How's it going? Hey, Duncan." So instead of "Dear Duncan," people will use more informal ways of starting the letter or the message. So I do find it sometimes quite interesting when I receive messages that are supposed to be formal, but within that message they use informal speech or informal writing. So I think these days, especially amongst the young, and I suppose also if you are doing something based on the internet, I think it is normal to use informal words and writing more often. I don't know why, but it has become more and more common to do that. So you might find in certain situations where you would expect a person to be formal, they might not be. I have visited companies and offices where people don't always dress as if they are at work. So maybe you might go into an office and you might see people just wearing t-shirts instead of a shirt and tie. Interesting situations. So I think sometimes it is not always necessary to be formal 100% of the time, because nowadays some people do not expect it. They don't expect it. But if you want my advice, and this is my advice, if in doubt, always go for formal. Always be formal. If you are unsure, always be formal. And that includes the way you look, the way you dress, the way you present yourself, and most importantly of all, the things you say as well. I will be going in a moment. Hello to the live chat. Oh, there seems to be a lot of conversation taking place on the live chat today. Hello to Mohammed 1401. I'm interested to find out what that refers to. 1401. Interesting. Hello, Shirin. Oh, hello, Shirin. Nice to see you here as well. I hope you've enjoyed this short but lively live stream. I am with you tomorrow as well, as I am during the whole week. This week I'm with you every day. Can you believe it? But it's true. Thank you also to Monisa. Thank you also to Boo Tai. Hello to you as well. Nice to see you here. Japanese people are particularly careful on formality and also the degrees of politeness. Thank you, Jimmy, for mentioning that. I almost forgot to mention that, I suppose. You might find that formality sometimes is expected more, depending on the culture. So maybe if you come to this country, English people are often seen as being formal in their approach. Not always. Times have changed, let's say. Times have really changed over the years. So it isn't always expected. However, if you don't know what is expected, always go with formality. If you don't know what is expected, always go with formality. That is a lesson that I've learnt myself in my life. Yes, you might find that in Japanese society people are polite. There is a certain standard of behaviour that is expected, especially in business, I think it would be fair to say. Hello, Faisal Faisi. Hello, sir. I've been following you since 2010. I love your efforts. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. I will be going in a moment. I hope you've enjoyed this short live stream. Before I go, I will give you the answer to my anagram that I gave you. I actually gave this yesterday, but I forgot to mention it. So here is the answer to the anagram. Congratulations if you got it right. Well done. I noticed there were some correct answers coming through. The answer to my anagram is perseverance. I like that word. If you have perseverance, you have a strong will to succeed. You don't give up. You have an inner strength. You have perseverance. You have a strong will to do something, to succeed. And I think this is a good word to remember when we are talking about learning English. So when you are learning English, quite often you need lots of perseverance. Don't give up. Don't stop. If you are having a bad day learning English, just have a rest and then go back to it tomorrow. But always keep persevering. Never give up. Keep your will strong. Stay eager. That's what I say. So yesterday and also today's anagram, perseverance. A great word to end on. Thank you very much for your company. I'm going to drink some water now because I'm losing my voice. Can you believe it? See you tomorrow. Don't forget I'm back tomorrow from 2 p.m. UK time. And I hope my voice will still be working tomorrow as well. Thank you, William. Thank you, Marcia. See you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. And don't forget, you can watch this later on as well. Watch all of this again later on with captions. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English saying thanks for watching. See you tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.